show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass.
Complete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Being chased out left.
Let's go, D. You gotta step it up.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will score. Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Let's go. Come on.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the field? On a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the New York Giants star playing in the Pro Bowl as a rookie, Saquon Barkley. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 36, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Here we go.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. Mahomes now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
A big play there for the AFC. FC, 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball and expect
a breakaway for Michael Thomas. And all the way down to the 35. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 61 yards. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze caught by the tight end Ertz. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Brees now looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, 10, 5. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Connor going to try and run it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turned the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding, right?
Short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and he will score. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. The 20, 10, 5. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Brees and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On play action, now Brees. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Ready. 55. Ready.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now the leading rusher in the league, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. Second Pro Bowl.
Easy work.
Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense, and Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? After they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He can't get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's counter. He's still fighting forward. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The 13 yards that time in the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Bobby Wagner of Seattle, he'll get credited for the tackle. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. And now running right through him. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out.
They cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Could also result in a melee later, though. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And I tell you what, the AFC continuing their good run of form the last few years. They're on their way to making it 3 straight wins here at the Pro Bowl.
So what they're telling us by their play is that it actually does mean something, doesn't it? We always say, the Pro Bowl, what does it actually mean? There is pride in their conference. And the AFC showing their pride in a big way over the last few seasons.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mahomes finding Hopkins for the AFC first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad. Boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Breeze going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 43.
Ready. 25-56.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Breeze now on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw is Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing now is Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. The AFC, since they won the game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Switch up.
Breeze now to throw. And his first look is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He completes it to Jones. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm coming after you.
first down is Breeze. Looking left sideline, incomplete. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham. Nickname, Automatic.
Open man is Thielen. It's played.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, he was so good throwing the football on third down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something during, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're on?
Now Breeze lost the football, and that's picked up by the AFC. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Jets. Giants. And he's able to carve out. About 6 there, down to the 37. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign. That's looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10. And this will be a touchdown.
Touchdown! Touchdown, baby!
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline. Able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. Ertz has it left side. And the ball is knocked out. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me.
Nowhere to escape.